What if I tell you you could listen to someone without them saying a single word? Or I ask you, have you ever felt a powerful connection with someone even when no conversation, absolutely no conversation, took place between you two? I am not talking about telepathy or mind reading here. There is a hidden communication we all share, but most of us have never learned to decode that communication. It isn't spoken with words, but it is spoken or conveyed through gestures, postures, and rhythms. Is the language of movement. Yes, listening to movements as they happen. And LABAN movement analysis, in short, LMA, is like the dictionary that helps us understand it. Now, you may wonder what is LMA if you're coming across this term for the first time. LABAN movement analysis. LMA was created by Rudolf Laban, a movement theorist. He developed choreology, the discipline of analyzing dance, and invented kinetography Laban, which is a written system for recording movement. But LMA isn't just for dancers. I know after hearing why it was invented, you may wonder you're not going to read always just dancers. But this is also useful in day to day life. Decoding movements even when someone is not dancing. Think of it as a special pair of glasses. Once you put them on, the power unleashes. You don't just see a person waving, walking, or dancing. You begin to see how they move, why they move, and even what their body might be expressing without them speaking through words. In short, you can decode emotions, intentions, mood, and inner states through movement. This practice unlocks an opportunity for non verbal communication. And we all know how powerful non verbal communication is when it comes to real connection. LMA organizes movement into four main categories. Together they are called BESS. BESS. BESS stands for body, effort, shape, and space. And we are going to explore each one with simple everyday examples. Starting with the first letter, body. What is moving? To give you the most regular example for this, when you wave goodbye, does the wave start from your shoulder and ripple through your whole arm? Or is it just a flick of the wrist? The body category looks at which parts are active. Are movements isolated or do they connect through your whole body? It also considers initiation, where the movement begins, and sequencing, how the movement travels through the body. So, the start point and then how it progresses. Moving on to the second element, that is effort. How is the movement done? Effort is about the quality of energy, the texture of your movement. To give you an interesting example, imagine stirring a pot of soup on a calm evening. The stirring is light, slow, free, almost pleasurable for some. On a stressful day, this is on the contrary, we are talking about. The same stirring of the soup is heavy, quick, bound, sometimes also jerky. Same action, completely different effort, often reflecting a different emotional state. Let's move on to the third element, shape. How does the body change? Shape describes how your body expands, contracts, opens, or closes in response to life. I'll give you the simplest example for this. When you get a good news, the shape that your body will change to would be something like you open up, your chest become wider, arms lift. The whole happiness or the good news runs through your body while the shape of the body changes. And when you receive a bad news, you close in, shoulders get hunched, arms are crossed. This is how your body is reflecting what it is receiving. Your body is constantly reshaping itself to mirror your inner world and your relationship to the environment. Coming to the final and the fourth element, space. Where is the movement going? Space is like the map your body draws as it moves. Do you walk in direct, purposeful lines or drift in a zigzag as if uncertain? Do you reach high with ambition or sink low with heaviness? Space doesn't just show where you are moving, it reveals how you are feeling while you move. Expansive, reaching movements might signal openness, while restricted patterns might hint at hesitation or fear. LABAN movement analysis isn't about judging movements as good or bad. It's about observing with clarity and empathy. You have to be great at observing things. For example, a therapist might notice that a person moves with bound flow. Now, what is bound flow? Bound flow could be that their movements are tight, controlled, restrained, limited. This often points to uncertainty, inner inhibitions, or even lack of trust. Now, what the therapist can do after having this information is by guiding them slowly into free flow, from bound to making them free in their flow, like loose, open, unguarded movements. After this, they might start to feel release, trust, and even healing. Is the power of LMA. It bridges body and mind, giving people new ways to understand themselves, resulting in new ways to heal. Movement is more than action, it's communication, energy, and story. With LMA, we finally have the tool to listen to what the body has been saying all along.